People are broke, and now there's proof showing up in the numbers. Kellogg's reported an 8.6% drop in cereal sales. Crocs pulled its entire financial forecast. Heineken says people are drinking less. And even global giants like Nestle are seeing sales fall across the board. And what's scary about this, it's not about cutting luxuries. People are walking away from everyday items. Candy, snacks, fast food, takeout. Last Saturday, I went for lunch at a popular restaurant. Usually packed at noon, we expected a wait. Instead, we were just a handful of people there. Because consumers are cutting back hardest on items that bring joy. Chips, chocolate, going out to dinner. Not because they want to, because simply they don't have the fucking money. And companies know it. Forecasts are being pulled. Behind the scenes, they see the truth. Demand just isn't slowing. It's fucking collapsing. After 5 brutal years, Americans are barely hanging on, and now the administration slaps tariffs on top of it. It's like throwing gasoline on an already burning house. These families are one missed paycheck away from financial collapse. Americans aren't tightening belts anymore. They've run out of fucking notches.
How are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living on the average American salary? I just watched a TikTok of a teacher who makes a teacher's salary. I don't know what state she's in, so I don't know how much she makes, but her one-bedroom apartment is $2,000. And when she spends $2,000 on that one-bedroom apartment, it doesn't even come with a washer and dryer. So she has to go pay an additional $2 every time she wants to use their washer and dryer. Okay, like, how does that leave her any extra money to spend? And then she said she had a $400 car payment, which some people were bashing her on that. But in today's economy with interest rates, that's really not that bad. And I'm sure she needs a dependable car. So you talk about teacher's salary, $2,000 in rent, $400 car payment. You got insurance, you got groceries, electricity. Like, I don't understand how people are affording life right now, and it really makes me sad for some people. You have people who are like her. She's single, she has her own salary, or families where it just works out best for them, for the mother to stay home. And if the father is just making an average American salary, how are they affording life without going in a bunch of debt? This lady who's a teacher started crying because she said she realizes on her salary and where she lives, she will actually end up in more debt. Then, like, she will just continue to accrue more debt and more debt and more debt because her salary is not matching the cost of living. And what's sad is I've seen people be like, just spend less. Listen, guys, the cost of living is rising and our salaries are stagnant, okay? So there's not just spend less. That's not the problem here. The problem is the cost of living is outrageous, and minimum wage in some states is still $7.25. Teachers in some states are still paid a ridiculously low salary, even though their job is super important. I don't know what we can do about this, but I'm just going on a rant because it really, really pisses me off.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again, twice in a year, and, what the fuck? What is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now, so, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now, I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this, so that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's fucking shit. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild, and I'm fucking angry more than I am hurt or sad. I'm scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe I used to be able to get a job like the week later if I got laid off. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I was really hoping at one point I would make money on TikTok, and I still only have 1,500 followers or whatever. So, if you could just like, I don't know, blow this up and let's get 10,000 followers plus whatever. Because I might be homeless in a week or two if I can't figure it out. So, yeah. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday, a way better Tuesday than me. And if you have any tips, tricks, or whatever to help right now and get me through this, greatly appreciated. Yeah.
Is anyone else completely sick and tired of living in America where you're expected to work your entire life? Like, we are not here to work. Our jobs are not our lives. Our jobs are not our purpose. Like, everyone asks me, like, what's your job? What are you doing with your life? Like, I'm just trying to save enough and get passive income so I can go travel the world and start my life. Like, everyone thinks their purpose is to work. Like, you get done with high school, then you go to college for 4 years, then you're $30,000 in debt, and then you're trying to find a job just so you can pay off that debt over the next 3 years. And then what? Then you're making enough money just to pay your mortgage and afford groceries and then pay for kids. And then before you know it, you're 60 and you're retiring and your body hurts because of your job and you didn't do anything that you wanted to do. And that's our life. That's what you're expected to do. And if you break out of that, then people are going to judge you and think you're weird or you're crazy or you're a hippie. I'm so sick of it. America needs to make a change. Something needs to change because people are not happy here. People are not living their dreams. People are not living their life. They are working. They think that their work is their life. It is not that way.
Afford our rent. We can't afford our prescriptions. We can't afford insulin. We can't afford healthcare. We can't afford our
It's
education.
just so frustrating that we did everything they told us to do. We went to school, we got educated, we worked hard, we did everything they told us to do, and then when we're actually out in the world, they want to charge us $1,800 for a one-bedroom apartment. That really ain't shit. And then when they talk about, oh, the future's gonna be great for you, you just gotta work hard and say, now how? A lot of people don't have savings, they're spending it all on basic shit, like housing and groceries. And what scares me the most is that more and more people are becoming aware of how fucked it is. And all we do, we record a video, we post it on TikTok, we post it on Instagram, we post it on social media, and then we say, well, I've done my part, and we close out the app, and then we go about our day. That doesn't beat
It's
anything.
about being a millennial is we just got to watch our parents like try their best and be successful. Like they all had homes and 401ks and health insurance. They were like, we just did our best. And then they were telling us, they're like, just go to college and you can do anything. If you just go to college, you can do anything. So we all went to college and now we're in debt. We have no fucking money, our jobs, our housing, health, everything sucks. And then they're like, well, why didn't you go to trade school? And we're like, you
How can you be mad at someone who literally does not have what they need to survive when it's the corporations that have been underpaying people for years? Profits are up, productivity is up, our wages up? No, they're not. And our money, our tax dollars go to welfare to supplement corporations not paying people what they should be.
Don't wake up and the first thing on their mind is money. Everybody don't think about a dollar consistently. I gotta hustle 24/7. I gotta have 10 streams of income. I gotta learn how to flip houses. I gotta learn how to sell on Amazon. I gotta go to door to door and sell vacuum cleaners. I can't just have a job and go home, enjoy my money, enjoy my time with my kids.
In the United States, y'all work in order to survive. Y'all don't work in order to enjoy yourselves. And unfortunately, that's the way that the system is set up.
Wake up, check your feed, check your texts, check your emails, go to work, get 100 things done, get home late, attempt to have energy for stuff like your kids, chores, hobbies, etc. Fail miserably, feel awful, and then repeat.
Can America go back to the year 1960, 1950, 1940 when America was having manufacturing, they had jobs, the middle class were doing well, people could survive on one source of income, housewives, can stay at home and take care of their family. Those were the beautiful days in America. And of course, that was the American dream and everybody aspired for that. Come forward 30 years ago to fast forward 40 years to date, 50 years to date, and now things are difficult. People are complaining. The health insurance right now is literally punishing the people, especially the middle class and the lower class. who can barely afford health insurance. You make one wrong move where you become sick and you get your bill, your hospital bill, and it's like it can literally wipe you off and make you become homeless. Like the case of this farmer who they had a premature baby and they were given a bill for 900,000 US dollar just because the baby stayed in the hospital for the last 4 months. And that is the reality of what Americans are experiencing, and that is the reality of what middle class and lower class people in America are experiencing. So people literally right now, they're just surviving. They're on survival mode. People have like 2-3 jobs and they're barely able to survive. They're barely able to put a roof over their head. They're barely able to afford food, and even just to afford utilities and electricity bill. And that is the reality of what Americans are suffering. And they're literally, recording themselves on social media just to share their experience out there, just to, just to vent out their frustrations, and to be able, to have that mental stability, to be able just to voice their issue there. And who knows, maybe things will work out for them one or another. And the American dream is so far away. The reality of having an American dream is so far away for so many people in America. Let's just say 3/4 of Americans right now, they are barely able to survive by just having their salary. So right now you can have somebody who's earning like $40,000 per year, which barely can you afford even paying your rent, even your utilities, even just be able to save. There are people who are earning like 80,000 US dollar per year, but they cannot even barely support their family. So not alone just being told, you need to save up for in case of emergency. How can you save up when you literally are not able to afford your daily necessity, when you're not able to afford your daily basic needs? And that is the reality. Families are forced to choose between two alternatives, whether to buy one thing and forgo the other thing if they find it's unnecessary. And that is the reality of how people are living in America. American dream is so far away. The American dream that people used to talk about during the 1950s, 1940s, is no longer the American dream that people are striving for the year 2025. Because the American dream that people are striving for right now is barely reachable for so many Americans. And that is the reality. So let me know what you think about this video.